Hey everyone, Shabby here. Welcome back to Shabby Geek. Now, before I start today's episode, I just want to give a big shout out to my friend Matt at Universal Collector. Matt today is over 500 subscribers. If you're not subscribed to Universal Collector, you've got to get on it. It's a great channel. He's a great bloke. And he says things like, "Oh, right, Star Wars fans." He's awesome. You'll love him. So I'll leave the link to Universal Collector's channel in my description. But once again, congratulations, Matt. Here's to another 5, buddy. Today's episode's going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to do a review on these, well, what I've got. I'm going to do more like a show and tell, if you will. You've seen my reviews. They're a bit, do you know what I mean? So I just want to show you what I've got. Anyway, the Star Wars Retro Collection. This is a collection I never thought I'd get, to tell you the truth. I mean, there was one or two that I really liked and I really wanted because we didn't get them in the original line. But then I thought, no, actually, these are kind of cool figures and I like the way they look and I like the old vintage style, you know, retro look of them. And the nicest thing about them is I always thought that if you were a younger collector and you wanted to get into Star Wars, these would be perfect for you because obviously you've seen the prices of Star Wars vintage now. So try. I could not find these figures anywhere. Luckily, I have a little brother in Scotland. You know Scotland. Well, that young man, as well as some others which I'll give a shout out to, sent me the Retro Collection Star Wars. So let's have a look and see what they're like. So, the first one I want to show you, it's the Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader. The coolies. I mean, I know there's a few complaints about the way the cards look, you know, with all the damage kind of look around the sides, but I like that. I like that they look a bit different. And I don't mind the big sticker, to tell you the truth. To me, it just shows it what they are, the Retro Collection. So, there's Darth Vader, and then there's my original Darth. And they look good. The lovely Chewbacca. Look at all that furry goodness. Awesome. Same thing again. They're nice, these. I like the cards. And these don't feel as thin as people have said. I mean, I know people say they're a bit flimsy, and they are. I mean, I'm not going to lie, but they're not as bad. I think they look all right. Again, original. Very nice. Next, they have the lovely Princess Leia. Isn't she lovely? I'll always like this figure because it's always little and tiny in it. It's awesome. And how much does that gun go for now? Oh, I tell you what. Luckily, I have it with the gun. Yeah. So there's Princess Leia. Next is everybody's favourite nerf herder, the lovely Han Solo. Oh, and they went with the big head version as well. I have them both, but I just thought I'd bring out my vintage big head. Yep, cool, lovely Han. Next, I think a classic in everybody's line, and I'm sure that people that collect vintage Star Wars must have about 4 or 5 of these. The Stormtrooper. I mean, this was such an iconic design, wasn't it? The Stormtrooper. He's an absolute classic. Oh, it brings back some memories, this. And then obviously, there's my original one. So, we got the Stormtrooper. And lastly, in the actual single line, Luke Skywalker. A lot of people call him Farm Boy Luke. But he's such an iconic figure, isn't it? Let's be honest. I like this. The hair looks a lot more bright yellow than what it did in the, you know, in the first one in the 70s. But what a cool figure that is. And then there's mine. I have them both as well. I have the brown-haired version and obviously the blonde-haired version. But listen, there's a lot more people out there that know Farm Boy Luke better than I do, but there he is.
I'm surprised they didn't add any like distress onto the figures or anything.
What, to make them a bit different?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did the figure? I don't think the figures needed to be distressed though, Suki.
On the card, it's all distressed around it. I thought they would.
I think the only reason they did that, Suki, is because a lot of people were concerned when these came out about reproduction, like people passing them off as real ones. And I think, I mean, I'm not sure, but I think that's why they did that to the card and put that big retro sticker on it as well. But I mean, the back's going to give it away straight away. It doesn't look like an original back. But this time it seems that people are pretty cool about it. So there's Luke. There was 2 more things that came in this Star Wars line. One of them, well, I didn't know whether it was part of this retro collection line. It was the prototype Darth Vader. Do you remember? With all the colours. So apparently, yeah, that prototype Vader was part of this retro collection line as well. And the other thing that came out, and the reason I wanted retro collection in the first place, was this. And Tarkin. If you watch my videos, you'll know that Tarkin is my second favourite Star Wars character. So when I saw the Tarkin, I thought, oh, I'll get this. And to be honest, this is the only one I think I was going to get. I mean, I wanted that Tarkin. And remember, it was the only thing I saw in Target. I never saw this Star Wars line in Target. And like I said, my little brother had to go to, who's in Scotland, works for Asda, and managed to get me most of these figures. So I appreciate that, Richard. I really do. But yeah, that's the Tarkin board game. I can't open it because it's not open. It's still got its plastic on. I'm not going to play it, am I? So, next on the line of Retro Collection, we've got the lovely Yoda. Not Baby Yoda, old school Yoda. This one comes with the orange snake, and the one that I have, oh, let me see, is the one with the brown snake. Very nice.
Wait, why did they change? Do they have 2 separate figures, or was that just the... Like, is there 2 figures, one with the brown snake, one with the orange?
This one right here, the vintage one, came with an orange snake, came with a brown snake. I don't think there was any more. Let me know if there is, but it either came with orange or brown. Leave in the comments as well which one's the rarest. I don't know, but I've got the one with the brown, yeah.
Did they not make another figure with the brown snake, or did they just keep...
No, it's the same. No, on this one, yeah. Retro Collection, I'm not... What a good question. I have no idea.
If they made 2 separate figures...
So in other words, in the Retro Collection, did they do one with an orange and one with a brown?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Let us know. Suki's asked a question, but I think they only did the orange, to be honest. But anyway, baby Yoda. Yoda. Next, we have Han Solo Huff in the blue jacket, you know, and now the Retro Collection is exactly the same. And there's the original figure to go with it. Nice. So the next one on Shabby's show and tell is the lovely Lando Calrissian. And this one is the one without the smiling teeth. You remember there's 2 versions of him, which I've got as well. One without the teeth, one with the teeth. So there's Lando, and there's my Lando without the teeth. Very nice. I've always liked this figure. This is a cool figure. Next one, Darth Mark's favourite, Bespin Luke. Look at that bad boy. His hair's really blonde in this one. But yeah, this is an awesome figure, in it. I mean, yeah, he's cool. I mean, it's no Jedi Luke.
The one thing I have to say about it though is if you look on the back, like the art,
yeah.
Now if you look at Leia and all the other ones, it's like scenes from the movie, but that one looks a lot darker.
It is darker, but these are actually the original real photos that we use on the cards. So all the vintage cards you got in the 70s and 80s of these figures, these were the back of them. But a lot of people say that that might be a bit darker. Is that darker, that Bespin Luke?
Looks like it came out of a video game.
Look at you with all the questions. Very nice. So, there's my original. And I got the brown, is it? Brown-haired version. Oh, there's blonde. I think there's ginger as well in it. Skip over to Yoki Bespins, he'll let you know. But yep. Next, we have Huff Leia. Not bad, looks exactly the same as this one. And, you know, a lot of people say about the differences and so forth, and yeah, there are little differences here and there. The face and the colours are a little bit different and so forth, but apart from that, they're more or less spot on. So there's Huff Leia. And last but not least, in the Empire Strikes Back line single row, the lovely Boba Fett. Now, the lovely Gilster sent me this for my Secret Santa. There was no way on earth I thought I'd see this figure. I mean, I never saw him in the shops. The only ones, to tell the truth, I actually saw in the shops was Huff Leia and Lando, but they were battered. Do you remember those? I don't know whether you remember the pictures I put up on Twitter. They were absolutely, the cards were crumpled up, the bubble was all damaged. Walmart for you. But I never thought I'd find this one, and I never found it. But Gilster, for my Secret Santa, put that in for me, so cheers, Gilster. So, let's have a look at him with the original. Yeah, spot on. The retro one, to me, looks a little bit light. It's more like a light blue grey than the darkish one, isn't it? So, there's Boba Fett. And another board game came out for the Empire Strikes Back collection, and that was Hoth Ice Planet Adventure Game. And this one, you got the lovely Snowspeeder Luke. So that's not a bad one either. I kind of like that board game as well. See, I won't open these. I don't know. I mean, one day, if I ever find these cheap, I'd like the figures out and I'd like to do some sort of display with these. I mean, we all know about my Black Series collection display, blah, 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 but I never thought I'd have all these, let alone display them. But now I've got them, I don't want to put them in a box. I want to keep them out and do something. So who knows? If I find another one of these cheaper, I'll probably take the figure out and display it with them. If not, I've got it anyway, haven't I? So Hoth Adventure Ice board game. It's hard to say that, isn't it? Hoth Adventure Ice. I can't even say it. That board game, Empire Strikes Back. And the last thing to show you on the show and tell today is the lovely Keith sent Shabby the Mandalorian Monopoly game. And there's two versions of this. The reason I say two versions is one without the sticker doesn't come with the figure. The one with the orange the one with the orange sticker comes with the remnant Stormtrooper from the Mandalorian. Thank you, Keith. I really appreciate you sending me that. And the figure in it is awesome. It's more or less exactly the same as this one, just dirty, but the card back's really cool on it. So, last thing to say is, will I be getting the Mandalorian ones that come out? Yeah, I probably will. I mean, I never thought I'd get these, to be honest. I've got these figures all loose, you know, and I thought it's a great idea. And like I said, I thought it'd be fantastic for new collectors or young collectors getting into our Star Wars toy collecting and starting off with these. It'd be brilliant for them. The price of them was amazing. I mean, I don't know why some of them now have got rocket up in prices. It's a shame, really, and you couldn't really see them in the shops, but I like them, yeah. I think they're a nice bunch of figures, so yeah, I probably will get those Mandalorian ones. But anyway, please like, please subscribe. Thank you very much to everyone who subscribed to us and all you newcomers, you Shabby Geekers, for coming here and spending time with Shabby and his blooming family. So I appreciate that. Please give us a thumbs up, please like, and I'll see you soon. Thanks, everyone.